Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 22nd of November for the Sun or the Ascendant. Now, if you're new to my channel, what I do is provide an overview of the major themes of the week for us all. I then dive deep and give a detailed forecast for each zodiac sign, so please stay with me for that. Monday sees the Sun return to the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the ninth zodiac sign. It's a fire sign, but it's also mutable. That means it's very flexing. It's very much to do with higher values, can be to do with philosophy, higher education, travel, borders, anything to do with customs and exports, adventure, independence, and it has a very inquiring energy. But it's also joined on Wednesday by Mercury, the planet of communication. Technically not at its best in the sign of Sagittarius, but I think this is one of the afflictions that's least difficult. Here Mercury gives us even greater appetite for information, for knowledge. And the two are going to be broadly together from the middle of the week through to the end of the week. And then next Monday, the 29th, they come into an exact conjunction known as a cazimi, which is very exciting. And that means the agility and flexibility of Mercury in Sagittarius is really warmed up by the wonderful rays of the Sun. But also, as this week begins, Venus and Uranus continue a very enlivening relationship, pushing us to be more open-minded about what we do with our resources, which is very much to do with the sign of Taurus. But of course, Venus in the sign of Capricorn is very much more perhaps to do with relationships, you would think. But Venus is the planet of money. So in the rather stable and worldly sign of Capricorn, this could be a great time to think outside the box, be a bit fresher in our approach to how we use the resources we have. But in a love relationship, someone may completely surprise us with an unexpected proposal, an invite on a date, and it may be the least likely person we could imagine. Now on Saturday there is a quarter moon in the very precise sign of Virgo, and that squares with the Sun in Sagittarius. This creates a bit of a conflict between what we want to do for ourselves, the more freedom-loving energies of Sagittarius clashing with the more responsible energies of Virgo. So if we do want to do something more independently as the week draws to a close, important not to give away our autonomy by promising to do something for somebody else that we might actually end up regretting and feeling a little bit resentful about. Now all this week, as it's been for some time, Pluto, the planet of change, the planet of power and of the underworld in Capricorn, is in a semi-sextile to Jupiter. And this can be very, very positive for the reform of how we go about things in a collective sense, but particularly around how we work and how we earn a living. So some big changes can still be evolving there for us all. But please stay with me for your individual zodiac sign. But if you would be so good to subscribe to my channel, if you've yet to do so, please click on the subscribe button. And this will mean every time I drop a video, you'll get an alert. Also, if you'd like to get your free daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, please see the subscription link below. I've written these for over 25 years. My work's used around the world on some major platforms. And finally, with year 2022 racing up, if you'd like to get your personal horoscope for next year, your forecast based on your time, date and place of birth, you can do so now. Get the rest of this year free and 30% off and a character analysis. Please see the link beneath this video. Hello Libra and welcome to your in-depth forecast for week commencing the 22nd of November. The Sun and Mercury's move into your sector of everyday communication, your environment that you live in, anything to do with technology, is going to see a speeding up in your situation. So there's been quite a lot of conversation recently, I think, about the foundations in your world, about some financial matters. Now, I think you're going to be interacting with others, so that can be more social. It could see you meeting up with people if COVID regulations allow in your particular area. There's a kind of greater desire for mental stimulation as well. If you've got ideas you want to share with others, you're likely to be more proactive in reaching out and trying to make those connections happen. Now, also this week, there is a quarter moon, and that quarter moon occurs in the sign that precedes yours, of Virgo. And the kind of buzzy energy that's around this week is the type of energy that we've all become much more familiar with in recent years with the advent of social media. A lot of information competes for our attention. So the 12th house quarter moon is in a right angle with the sun in your 3rd house of those everyday communications. So it could mean a discordant note is created towards the end of this week. You may read something that you find is unsettling. You may find out that somebody close to you has been perhaps revealing something that you would prefer to be kept confidential. So if there are some sensitive strands in your situation at the moment, I would keep your guard up a little bit towards the end of this week. But with your ruler, Venus, continuing on Monday and Tuesday of this week to forge a brilliant angle to Uranus, when it comes to some changes about where you live or something to do with a property matter, there could be some surprise news which absolutely thrills you.